Sunday. I think I'm on time. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to do garden chat, seed chats, canning chat, and yeah. So we'll wait for some people to get on in. But like I said, if you're new here, I'm very happy to have you. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. Happy Sunday. How are you, darling? How are you feeling? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's not showing me I have anybody even in here. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, happy Sunday, everyone. Come on in. And we're going to talk some gardening, some seeds, some pressure canning. Oh boy. A few little harvests from the garden, you know. And this bad boy, we will get into talking about this for sure. So how is everyone? Hello, Sassafras Fred. Thank you so much for all your help. See what I got. Stick around because I got a funny story. Hello, hey, Adrian. Did you fix your beetle problem? I will get into that in a second. Hang tight. Suzanne, welcome, welcome. Hello, Miss Foonchild. How are you, darling? Chris, good evening. I just spent the day with Chris all day today. We went out, had some fun, and, you know, just had a good day. Sassafras Red says, Neem is king. Spray that stuff everywhere. Well, I got it, and I have a mixture that's already set up. And, but then I didn't want to do it initially because we were going to get rain. Apparently it was going to rain all day Saturday. Friday night during Adrian's live, it like poured for 8 minutes. So yeah, let me say hello to everyone coming in and then we will get into it. Hope everyone had a good weekend, says Chris. Happy to see you, Suzanne. So yeah, that was my pick tonight. This is the neem 100% cold pressed neem oil. You know, like $24. It's the first time, honest to goodness, I've ever purchased anything. I always like to pick on Adrian because I'm like, girl, everything with you is soap and water. Well, soap and water wasn't handling my problem, but as you can see, I'm in better spirits. I do have a funny story to tell, though. You always need to find some humor in some, you know, bad stuff. What are you going to do? The bed is still currently empty. I will give you an update. Let's just, what about the pink stuff? Oh, I will. I'll show that. So yeah, I tend to find, well, I was in a funk for a couple days. Going to be honest with you. I haven't seen any videos posted or anything like that. And I think that's just normal. And then I was doing a lot of research and, you know, so forth and so on. I just decided not even to show that I ripped the bed out and went straight to discussing it at the other bed that has Boone's beans in it. And that's just the route that I chose to take. And then I was just in a funk for a couple days, you know, trying to think, trying to research. Like my brain was hurting from so much research. And then, let me see, today is Sunday, Saturday, Friday. It was either like Thursday or Friday. I felt this sudden like, you know what? I'm getting the rake with the teeth and I'm going over there and busting that bed up. So I start busting the bed up, you know, fluffing it, so to speak. And then I'm like here doing something. This is actually funny. I'm over here doing something, but I could see out the corner of my eye and I'm like, did my soil just move? Nah. And then I went to like smooth it out. Bingo bango. I saw my soil move and it literally was crawling up out of the bed. And I'm like, oh my God, Jimmy, to my roommate who was sitting up on the deck. And I'm like, come here, come see this. So, yeah, my soil moves for sure. And then this big thing came crawling out of the soil and it ended up being like a grapevine beetle, which I did some research on that. They're not really known to be in your garden too much, especially if you don't have the things that they like to eat. And I got it with a styrofoam cup. And I'm like, I'm giving it to the chickens. I mean, this thing was big too. And he's like, no, don't. I'm like, that's what birds do. If they're foraging, they would be eating bugs. Duh. And then he's like, no, what if they drop and it goes back into the ground? Then it'll stay here. I'm like, it doesn't stay here, Jim. Well, needless to say, I was like skeeved out. This thing was so big. And I just took the dirt and the beetle inside like a styrofoam cup and was like, here you go, girls. Well, the one had it and had it hanging out of her mouth. She was running all over the run. They were all chasing her. Oh, that was funny. Why it was in there, I don't know, but it was buried down into that bed where I had the beetle infestation. So I'm not really sure what that part's about. But I did do a little research on that beetle, and it just basically had said, it's like a grapevine beetle, and it's been reported of one person showing it in their garden, just munching a little bit on some lettuce. So I don't know if you're supposed to turn it in that you got it or not, but yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Let's see. Just let me go through Mercy. Oh, it was huge. Hi, Sheila B. How are you? Yeah, Indiana Backyard Gardener saying, oh, okay, that one. Yeah, I sent her a picture like, what is this? But I mean, I was like, like, I'm not going to let this defeat me. I'm going to start busting up the bed. Did I just see my soil move? Nah, of course I didn't. I'm chopping the one end, mixing things through, and I'm like, telling you, I just saw that soil move again and went over and like was evening it out, spreading it over, and it literally crawled up out of the dirt. So remember, folks, when you're growing your food, it gets dirty, and then God only knows what's inside the beds, but that was in there. Quite interesting. Feed bugs and worms to chickens. Yep, it's exactly what I did. We feed Japanese beetles to my chickens. Speaking of Japanese beetles, it must be like the season to be infested. So sunflowers can be like a trap crop for bad bugs. And the baby Japanese beetles, I read a whole article, the life cycle of them. And when I got here last year, there was quite a bit here, and I was a little surprised. And I knew to kill them. I've only ever seen one before, but the babies, so they start off black and white, then they'll go red and white, then they'll go to like the moth looking, and then they'll go to the thing that just crawls. Bottom line is kill them all. So yeah, I was trying to that's my grandson. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I'm live, Gavin, on YouTube. My grandson just went on vacation to South Carolina. So I hope he has a, fabulous time. But anyway, so yeah, I take the bug light and I knock those bugs in there for the chickens. But I think I said to Jimmy, I don't know, give me some Gorilla Tape on side, like my paper towel holder, and I'll just get them that way. Jay came over with Suck Vac and sucked up a bunch of them. I'm going to check tomorrow to see how many's here. I don't think there's that many. I mean, he really did suck up a lot. So he was going to leave them suffocate, I guess, in his Dyson, the rechargeable one, and then dispose of them. But there was a great bit. So I do have a video coming out this week on another alternative way. If you don't want to use your Dyson dustbuster, to suck them up that way. But yeah, I think we got most of them gone. A few were hopping, so I'll probably have to go back and do it again. But it was just funny seeing that chicken running around with this big old thing hanging out of her mouth. And then she dropped it, and then she snagged it, but she was dropping it. So I do feel like a lot of the chickens got a little treat. More power to them, because that thing is disgusting looking. Neem messes up the Japanese beetle's reproductive system. Okay. Indiana Backyard Gardener says, amen, sassafras. BT under the plants will kill the grubs. Yeah, I haven't sprayed any BT on anything at the current moment. I've been watching the October bean, that plant, which I thought was going to trellis. Guess I didn't read it right. Because there was eggs on there. You saw that. There were some bugs on there, you know, I was picking them off. And then today, not so much. Like I sprayed it pretty heavily with the hose and I took off everything that I could find, and I didn't see anything as of yesterday. I wasn't really out there a whole lot today. I did pick those beans off and figured I will just see what happens. As far as the bed's concerned, you could do a neem oil soak, I saw that they said. You have to let it sit for a bit, but you know what? I'm at the point now, like, I saw some video, I can't even tell you who it is. It was like, I don't know. It was just this video that I saw of this couple that were talking about bush beans and harvesting them because they had the Mexican bean beetle. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to get information. No, they just picked all the plants, harvested all their beans. He went right over there and ran like a Haas tools, you know, tiller through it, and they replant it right back in it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. But welcome in, Suzanne. We'll make Japanese beetles explode. Sling because it's organic. It's sort of like when you have, oh, there's Gavin. Hi, Gavin. Are you on vacation? I hope you're having a good time. Everyone, the name coming up is my daughter, but she gave her phone to my grandson who is on vacation. How are you, Gavin? Leaving the beetles like that will smell. Oh, they gobbled it. Gobbled it. I know it's you, Gavin. Hi, how are you? I love you. Join me in the dirt. Hello. Hi, Mel, watching while pickling peppers. You know, there's hands in the dirt. Join me in the dirt. That became like a confusion on my emergency live. Join me in the dirt. It's my friend Pam. And I didn't record this, but I'm not really liking this too much, my friends. These are the beans that I got. I will show you. This is all that I got out of that bed. And that's why I was probably so upset too, because I planted like 1,000 beans, I think. I don't know. 16 beans per square foot in an 8x4 bed. So it was just like, you know, a small little harvest. But let me bring these over here so I can show you, because I was so distracted after everything that was going on. Jay was helping me cut some beans. I was snapping beans. My finger was hurting. So I just pressure canned them for the time that it said. But I'm getting a lot of this. Do you see that? You famous pressure canners out there? Like my liquid is dropping. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But this is what they look like. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quart-sized jars. And I want to show this because this freaked me out. You know, we're going to keep it all real here. I said to Pam on the phone, like, I'm seeing like something dark in one of my jars. So initially, she's like, are you sure the bug didn't get into the bean? And it's not. You see the bean popping out. That's what you see all through this. And immediately I was thinking, oh no, it's the bug. But it's not. So there they are. First time I ever canned some green beans. So I did concessions, so green beans over in the other bed where Voone's October beans are, so that I can get, you know, more beans because I want to do potatoes and beans. But I'm not sure why my water level is dropping low like that. I have no idea. Maybe my canning friends can help me out. But anyway, join me in the dirt is my friend Pam. I shout her out every week, so please go over and check her out. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? It's so funny seeing your mom's name come up. Are you having a good time? We have Japanese beetles on our roses, blueberries, corn willow. Oh my goodness. Do you kill them all? Let's see. Paul Honeyman. Hello, my friend. Paul would appreciate this because it's last year I got it. It was brand new. And I was taking my fist to push the beans down. And finally, Jay's like, yeah, didn't I buy you something for that? I'm like, yeah, you did. I just didn't want to pull it out. Yada, yada. I pulled it out. Still has a tag on it. But there's the pickle packer. And I was using it to push my beans down. Just not sure why my liquid is a little low. I don't know if it's siphoning out. I don't take it out right away. I mean, these are all sealed. Everything's good. This is the only part that I just don't understand. I'm losing some liquid in some of the beans, but hopefully more beans will come in and I can do the potatoes and string beans. Let's see. Sheila B. Ultimate Acres, hello. Grand evening at Big Leg, and let's dig it. And everyone in chat, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling better. Thank you everyone for the support. And any bit of information that I do get, I am going to share on this channel so we can figure it out. I did learn one thing though, a new gardener who panicked, wasn't on my live, was rewatching it and paused it and ran out to her beans, and she had a couple. So that really, like, she wrote me like a couple different comments. Super duper proud of her, because I did say I think if I was a new gardener, I would probably have panicked. But that's not what we're about over here. You know, if I don't know something, I'll go to someone else. But when Jason Avers didn't know, I got scared. Straight up got scared. But he did say the same thing Sassafras Red said. I could polarize the bed, which is putting plastic over it and letting the sun and heat get to it. He didn't say for how long, but he did say you'll have to add, add in all the, the good things back into the soil. So I don't think I'm going to go that route, and I'm not going to burn the beds. I'm not going to go that route. So I'm debating on just planting something else in there. I had beans all the way in the back that I forgot about. I planted them not that long ago, the kind that hang. We'll see if I have a pack out here to be able to show you. And I went back there to go check them, and they seem to be fine. So the new gardener, I can't think of her name right now, really touched my heart. Everyone did. So anything new that I learn along this journey, I'm going to be using this on some squash bugs, but the whole soak thing, apply the diluted solution thoroughly on all plant surfaces, including both sides of leaves. This solution can also be used as a soil drench, used once every 7 to 10 days. So if I do that, can I directly still plant in it? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not sure. I'm an organic gardener that has only ever used soap and water, and if it didn't work, well, then that bad bug could have it. But this is my first time in 35 years ever purchasing anything. So, needless to say. Yeah, I'm just nervous trying to get my mind off it. You're good, hon. You're on vacation. You're not having... My grandson's nervous. He gets a little bit of anxiety. But just think, you're not at home. You don't have to do any chores. You don't have to clean up dog poop. You're good. Have a good time. When this is over, you could stay on here. When this is over tonight, you can call me and I'll talk to you. Okay? But trust me, Gavin Mason, you're going to be fine. Enjoy your vacation because you won't get many of them. Not destroying the plant material if you have a serious infestation like you had would be a bad idea, in my opinion. I know. I did ask Jimmy a couple days ago. He's moving really slow these days, my roommate. And I was like, Jimmy, can you cut me plastic for my bed? And he goes, what for? Which shouldn't even be a question. I'm the gardener. And I said, for my bed. It was recommended by 2 people to solarize the bed and just let it bake for like a week. And then I'll have to add the, the microbes back in. So he didn't do it yet. Let's see. Pretty good. Okay. Does anyone plant corn? What spacing do you use? I actually am doing corn this year in a pot. Totally in a pot, and it's doing fantastic. Spacing, I think I did mine closer because of the wind, like 2 to 3 inches apart. 4 rows, it's usually recommended 4 rows. But I wanted to try it in a pot because of the winds here to see how that corn would do. And if the wind gets them, they can't really fall over because they're in a pot and they have each other to hold themselves up. Paul's posted links. Some beans have a brown color. You mean like in general, or is this not normal? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm so new at it, but as you see, my water is to there now. Don't understand it, Pam. Don't understand it. I have not come across the water level dropping before. Says Boone, okay, if liquid has been lost from jars, but the jars have sealed, do not reopen them to replace it. Use those jars first, or food may become discolored. I noticed like the one has a little bit of, but I also forgot, like these aren't washed off yet, but I also forgot, because the 24 hours is up, forgot to put some vinegar in the pressure canner. As you can see, this is clear, and down here looks a little cloudier, I think. But I'm still not going to quit. I'm still going to learn this whole pressure canning thing. Hi, Cindy Brown, saying hi, y'all. Ultimate Acres. Well, hello, Mr. The Honeyman. Hello, Judith and Dan Davis. Everyone say hello to Judith. She hasn't been around much. She's been busy. And we were playing phone tag for a bit. If y'all don't know, I call Miss Judith Mama Judith. Her husband is Danny. He does a lot of trapping. So the moderators can post their link. Feel free to go over and see if it's, you know, something you're interested in. But lovely, lovely people. I love her to pieces. She's great. Look. I pressure canned beans. So yeah, how many jars did I say I got? 7? 7 jars. I still don't even have my carrots down the steps. So I really want to try to not get as much water siphoning out. I guess that's what that's called. Where it siphons out about like that much. So I figured I would show you the beans because I didn't record it. But welcome in, Judith and Dan Davis. They keep saying storms are coming here and they don't come. I looked up at verdant corn, but plant a block near a row. It's the wind pollinated, so simple row is poor pollination. Yeah, it's never recommended to do just 1 or 2 rows. Every time I did it always said to plant 4 rows. I mean, you could do 8 rows, but in rows of 4. Because then the tassels, they pollinate each other, or you can go in there and shake them. But I just decided not to take up the space and plant corn in a pot, and they seem to be doing quite well. Loss of liquid will shorten the quality lifespan of a jar a bit because the food above the waterline may discolor a bit over time, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, I just want to know how to fix that so that I don't have to keep dealing with that. Did you use the stick to push out the air pockets? I did, says Pam. I'm so happy you are doing much better. You were glowing at Bake a Like and Let's Dig It. Oh, thank you so much, Ultimate Acres. It was just rough week. And as you see, I didn't post any other videos this week because I had to think and I had to pull my stuff together. And, you know, I had someone leave me a comment that was like, suck it up, Buttercup, which is something I usually say to Chris. It's like my line. Said something after the fact, but it's whatever. So I just decided I have to pick myself up and keep moving. I would be setting a bad example if I didn't. So I did tell my daughter, and my daughter like sent me a thing the next day like, no, I think you had ladybugs. I'm like, no, I didn't. And I sent her the picture of the life cycle and everything. So I did learn about the life cycle, and from the news, I've gotten quite a few new subscribers. So thank you everyone for that. I greatly appreciate it. That emergency live, I looked horrifying and was so distressed, and it's like 1.1, I don't know, somebody can post the link to it. And yeah, so I really do appreciate it. And what I meant when I mentioned Roots and Refuge, like I'm not Roots and Refuge who has contaminated soil with all these subscribers. Boone and I spoke about this, and Boone's the one that kind of snapped me out of it. And she said, Melody, you don't have to be Roots and Refuge with a lot of subscribers. There's a lot of us that don't know about this bug. We're not familiar with it. And I think that you should bring us along. You know, the more information you find out or different things that you do to solve the problem so it helps other people, because that's exactly what you're about. So I thought about that the next day when we got off the phone, and she's right, because when I read the new gardener's comment, like, thank you, thank you, thank you, you literally just saved my beans. That was it for me. That's my whole purpose, why I do what I do. And like I stated, I don't want to be that gardening channel that only shows the great. You know, there's so many channels, they just keep showing you everything's so fabulous. But you know what? It really isn't. Some crops are going to work out, some crops aren't going to work out. I think that was a shock for me because I never saw that bug a day in my life. And it went from 2 to like 1,000, like that. But the new subscriber, again, I'm sorry if you watch this back, I forget your name, but thank you. She said that she's in Texas and they call that the mustard bug. So, let me continue saying hello to people so I don't. Armor of God by Pastor Bill Taylor. Hello, welcoming. You're new here. Paul says you may notice a slight decrease in the food and or liquid levels. This happens as food shrinks from heat processing. It may also result from a siphoning of the liquid. Oh, siphoning of the liquid during processing. Okay. Thank you for that. And welcome in. I'm just going to say, Pastor Bill Taylor, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Put some rosemary in the bed and marigolds. Well, the one that I decided to plant seeds in, what I had left, has 2 nasturtiums, a marigold, and no rosemary. But rosemary is in the pot right near it. But the more I mean, I was very vigilant. That, you know, this is a big reason why I didn't do any other videos this week. I had a huge mess to clean up. And then I was going out to the October beans and checking them 2 to 3 times a day, diligently. Now, this is my opinion on this Mexican bean beetle. If you get a couple right here, you can save your beans. You will be fine. But when you have an infestation like that, it's like save your beans, burn the plants, or dispose of the plants, get them off your property. I've heard other people say they just plant right back in it. I don't know, because this is new for me. But what I'm learning, and as I'm going along, like I said, I will share. Now, another thing that I may have said wrong is the factor of like, okay, you saw a lot of those yellow bugs. I zoomed in. I had a lot of the yellow and the white. Then I had the red, and I'm like, now I have all 3 bugs on the property. Okay, so let me backtrack for a second. Since it was so new to me, I went on and I did research, and basically I had all the life cycles to this bean beetle. Now, it is a bug. You get the eggs. The eggs are in different colors like beige, yellow, brown, and red. And then you'll get like the yellow ones, yellow with the spikes. You'll get the white, the yellow and white ones with the spikes. Then there's a black one with spikes. I didn't see that one. And then it turns into what may look deceiving, maybe to a new gardener. That may look like a ladybug. It's not. That was all the larva that was inside that bed. It was so filled that there was just no point of me. You know, I didn't have any of this, and this wouldn't have worked with the infestation that I had. So that's what I've learned so far. And in Texas, they call them the mustard bug. There is not a lot of information out there. So I will correct myself because it is in the ladybug family. And I've realized that burgundy-ish looking thing that looked like a ladybug with the dots was after all the life cycles. So I had all the life cycles, the larvae, the eggs going on in that bed, and the bugs. But that's what it will look like. It will look like more like it's over on my community page if you want to see the, you know, the graph of the life cycle. It's over there. And they do have the dots. I smushed it twice and it was still like walking around. But I am going to assume this, if it's in the ladybug family, they fly. So it had to have flown here and laid its eggs. I don't know what exactly laid the eggs. I do know once everything hatches, it looks like a darker version to a ladybug. So that is what I have gathered so far. And my brain was hurting so bad. My anxiety was through the roof. And I had so many other things to do. And I lost it. This is all the beans that I got out of the bed. So 7 jars. Jay was helping me, like I said. There was a few of the other ones. I asked my roommate to separate them. He didn't do them. And they just sat there. You know, like when you put beans in water to soak them, like 24 hours, it's fine. But he didn't separate them, and those beans were no good. So, can't depend on him for any help, that's for sure. You would think he would have helped, but he didn't. So, needless to say, this is the amount of beans that I got, 7 quart-sized jars. But I just picked beans because they were getting kind of big. The October beans that I'm really not familiar with. I think they said they're sweeter in taste, but would I pressure can them the same as any other bean? Boone? Let's see. Yes, you can plant. What do you mean? Like in the same bed? Like in the right bed? Passamaquoddy, hello, happy Sunday. I saw your message. Stay tuned this week. I'll tell you all. But I had just gotten it. Like I literally got 3 Happy Meals on Friday, and I was going to post that. Wait, Saturday I got it. And I was going to post it on Saturday, and I didn't even post it. So stay tuned. 2 of the shout outs are inside one video. The Passamaquoddy, how nice of her. You'll see it in the shout out this week. Had, is it knitting or crocheted me? 2 pot holders for my adventure with canning. So, oh my goodness, I was so touched. Thank you so much. They're beautiful. I don't have them sitting right here at this current moment. At least I don't think I do. But they will be in the shout out this week for sure. You're never late over here, Passamaquoddy. Neem is organic, way organic. You would probably be able to replant after a couple days. So spray the whole bed once. I did it by the directions here, which is mix 1.5 teaspoons of neem oil per quart of water, 1 ounce for a gallon, plus 1/2 teaspoon of mild liquid dish soap per quart of water, 2 teaspoons for a gallon. So I did that. Shake it well. I did do that, and I was going to start spraying. It does say to test it out. So I would rather, okay, tomorrow night, I'm going to go out there and spray because, you know, I'm going to test spot it on squash. And, you know, it says be careful on sensitive plants. But do I just take my nozzle sprayer and just spray the top layer of the dirt, even though I already chopped that soil up? That part I'm not familiar with, friends. So if you can help me, that would be awesome. Grubby the Beagle, hello, host says, hello, welcome in. Hello, LP, how are you? So yeah, so finally broke down and got neem oil to treat any other problems, but I'm just being honest. I've gardened 30, 35 years without using anything. If it got demolished, it got demolished. This was just, beans are like my thing. And I had a goal. And I was just like baffled. How could I have 2 bugs? 4th of July. And the next day after 4th of July, I was like completely infested. So I did want to share the information. I want to keep it real here. When something isn't working out, you're all going to know about it. And, you know, if I can help along the way, great. If somebody can help me, that's where I think it really got me, because I was reaching out for help and no one really had any help. Like, they were like, wait, what? I've never even seen that before. I've never even heard of it before. So I was like, oh no, I'm like cooked. So Voon was on the phone with me, I think the night of or the next day. She could tell I was anxious and I was just ticked. But we talked on the phone and we talked for a while and I was good. And she really hit me in my heart and was like, you know, Melody, you're a good person. You're, you know, a good gardener. I don't know if she called me a veteran gardener, but you don't need to have a gazillion subscribers to help and teach someone, which is what you're doing. Just bring us along throughout the journey, show us the steps that you take and so forth and so on. So I think when I went over there to chop that bed up, I was like, I felt like a rebel. You know what? Like a, screw you, you rotten bug. And I started busting up the soil on that bed. And then bingo, when I went to the other side, I'm like, did I just see my soil move? No, of course I didn't. And of course I did. It was this gigantic grapevine beetle. Whoa, was that huge. I didn't even want to eat. I stood outside the run. They were hanging out of her mouth. Thing was like this big. Ugh. I was gagging, but they were having fun with it. So, absolutely, Cindy Brown. We were waiting for Positive Quality so the party could begin. Love you too, Gavin. You could stay on, like I said, or if you're going to be up, you can call me when live's over. Everyone. So, Mr. Joe, I found out from Adrian because I wasn't on there. I got in a little late with like Chris. I haven't really seen him since Christmas, and then he came like a weekend or two ago for the day, around like the day before 4th of July, but something transpired here I'd rather not get into. Has nothing to do with Chris. And then he came back early this morning. So we went out, we did things, we had a good time, we hung out. So, you know, I really do appreciate that. It was fun. And yeah, so a great big shout out to Chris because it was another like kick to get me out of my funk that was going on, you know. But what was I just going to say? Oh yeah, Gab, but you can also call me when this is over. So back to Mr. Garden State Gardener who injured his foot. He only went on for an hour. Indiana Backyard Gardener texted me and said, just want to let you know that Joe's only going for an hour if you want to go on earlier. I decided not to do that tonight. What I'm leaning towards is he's going to do the same thing next Sunday night. So he will go on from 7 to 8. What I may do, because that's the pitfall of me going from 8 and pushing it to 9, is I don't get to sit out at the garden and do like live at the garden. So stay tuned because next Sunday I am going to go on as soon as Mr. Joe is done, which will be 8 o'clock. And we will be live at the garden with Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. So we will be out there doing live. Let's see. We're doing good. When did Melody start this new way to communicate? Question mark. I personally like the old way. Don't like change. Mama Judith, what does that mean? She says, we're doing good, ... When did Melody start this new way to communicate? Question mark. I personally like the old way. Don't like change. Oh, maybe she's talking about the things I'm discussing on the channel. I'm not really sure, Mama. Still me. Still me. I burn all kinds of problems. We burn tomatoes if they have issues and burn the squash if they are infested. Fire is an organic method. Very true. Sassafras Red, very true. God and Mother Nature. That is very true. Ultimate Acres. Are you measuring your headspace? I am. I really am, Miss Cindy Brown. Because Pam's helped me out a lot with that. I go to my like 1-inch headspace. And this time around, the carrots lost some too. So my pressure here is 10. Pam says I could go between 10 and 12. So yeah. You're welcome. Replacing microbes in the bed is easy after solarizing. Use compost and manure will do it. That means I'd have to go to Home Depot and get some black cow. I just don't readily have compost here on the property yet. Well, I am composting scraps from the kitchen, but which I'm really interested in that. Is there a way to cut out the middle and just do like a dredge in your bed and put your scraps from your kitchen in different spots of your bed? Or is that like a bad idea? Sassafras Red. Yeah, that's my grandson, Ultimate Acres, but he's using my daughter's phone because he's on vacation. Welcome to the family. Amanda Elizabeth Chikonsky, hope to see more from you in the near future, says Ultimate Acres. Well, that is my grandson, Gavin. Mom gave her phone so that he could take it on vacation. And he will be 16 August the 11th. Oh my goodness gracious, he's getting so big. So big. She'll be. I'm not a canner yet, but I thought you were supposed to keep everything below the top part of the jar. See, that's the thing. The pickle packer, I had it down, you know, and then filled it up with the water, and I'm losing water and the beans are coming up. So I don't know, my friends. I don't know. A storm just hit us. Are you okay, Gavin? Storms are running everywhere, sweetheart. Is that what scared you? You'll be okay, doll. Let's see. Are they cooling too fast? I don't think so, because I got corrected on that too. My carrots were in the canner and I went out to do other things, and Pam called me and was like, oh, so how do your jars look? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, I left them in the pressure canner. She's like, Armelda, you can't leave them in there too long. So, you know, I left them in there for the amount of time it should decompress and all that jazz, and then an additional hour. So I don't know if that's what's doing it. I have no idea. But when I took them out, they were hot. I measure headspace, and I sometimes still get some loss of liquid, and I debatable everything twice. Yeah, so I figured I would learn. Rapid cooling can make them lose fluid. Well, if it's in the pot, and you only have to technically leave them in there for 90 minutes, I'm leaving it in there for 2 hours with the lid cracked, and then taking them out and setting them on a towel. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, you're so lucky, Sassafras Red. He says that he had 3.5 days of rain. It was nice the first 2 days, and it was still a blessing, but it has been very floody. Oh, that's what I'm worried about. When we finally do get it, it's going to flood everything. Make sure you are cramming the food in tight. Then go around the edges to debubble, then measure headspace. I did it, and I used hot boiling tea kettle water. So is it a no-go with eating these, or these just have to go faster? I saw a light tinge of green in my canner. So it's definitely losing. I don't know if it's the time thing. I was told the core is 25 minutes. So I don't know if it's going maybe a little too long, and that's what's making the liquid come out. But I don't usually even take them out till like 2 hours later. So I don't see how that could be like rapid cooling. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to give up. How far behind is she? Let's see. Sassafras Red, which is a tongue twister, is in Illinois. Also make sure the jars are preheated too before putting in the food in the jars. I did do in the oven this time with these jars. The other ones I boiled. Well, I did in the dishwasher and then boiled, but I don't know if the oven played a difference, because I would have to say probably not, because I lost just as much fluid in my carrots that I did my beans. Let's see. 5 minutes, so that's not too bad, Paul. Let's see. A big leg, let's dig it. I will stay tuned for your canning shows. My cans coming in tomorrow, so I'm taking all notes. Oh, I'm trying to take notes too, and I thought, I was so distracted by everything that was going on, I didn't even bother to turn on the camera for my second canning session of the green beans, the bush beans, from out of that whole debacle with the bed. So 7 quart-sized jars is what I got. Let me see. Routes I'm at. I'm just going through. Wet hens are on happy hens. Yeah, mine go right in. They put themselves to bed twice and they weren't. Then my roommate was trying to put my chickens to bed like he does his dog. And I'm like, stop doing that. They have to learn to go to bed themselves. Boom, they went right up tonight. Let's see. Mel, It is a learning lesson. You know more about Mexican bean beetles more than anyone I know. Well, that's the point. So there will be one video on just what I discussed on the live tonight. I will put out one video of what knowledge I've learned thus far and just bring you along for the journey of trying to, you know, it did say like try to plant your bush beans earlier in the spring or later in the summer because around July is when they tend to come in. But I'm in Pennsylvania, Grow Zone 7B. I never saw them in 30, 35 years ever. But thank you for that sassafras red. Okay, Miss Mama Judith, I will give you a buzz too because I want to talk to you about that. But thank you for coming in and stopping by. Oh, bye, LP. Have a great week. I did get it. I did get it, Passamaquoddy. Love them because, you know, Jay greased the silicone, whatever that is, underneath the lid, you know, newbie canner over here, pressure canner. And that did make it a little bit easier to like lock it. But when I went to try to unlock it, I did get kind of burned from the pot. Nothing real serious. So those pot holders are going to come in handy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris says, hi, Judith. I hope you're doing well. Crocheted. Well, they're beautiful. I'm blessed. Thank you so much for them. I mean, they're really going to come in handy. You have no idea because I need some pot holders around here. Seriously, I love them. Let's see. Let me see. How cool. Says join me in the dirt. We'd had issues in the spring with wet hens and chicken runs. Oh no. Yeah, she's only just been telling me that she's had a headache. I was calling her. No answer. And then she said she lost my phone number. So I was up really late on Friday night. Between Adrian's Feel Good Friday. I think it ran 3 hours this Friday, which I'll never complain. It was still fun. I tell you all to go over there. On Indiana Backyard Gardener does Feel Good Fridays. So that was fun. She was talking about like seed addiction, seedaholics. It was fun. And then got off of that and I was on the phone with Pam, who's 4 hours behind me. So it was like 3:45 for me. And Miss Judith was calling it like 6:45 or 7 a.m. I was asleep. Okay, Paul's saying, people, if you're a creator and would like your link up, please let me know. Not sure if I got you all so far. Thank you, Paul. Mel, I would go ahead and spray the soil. Chop it up a second time and spray again. Would be what I would do if I could. Okay. So do I count 2 weeks out of planting anything in it? That's what I need to know. I know, it's a very cool name, doesn't he, Ultimate Acres? Because I need all the help I can get off grid. I wish I could live off grid, to be honest with you. Everybody just leave me alone. That's how I look at it. Boone says, you're rocking it, Paul Honeyman. Why do people always think I'm a woman? I didn't this time, and I usually screw up. I screwed up on LP in the beginning. I may have screwed up on, what was it? Hands in the Dirt, and thought it was a male, and here it's a female. Like, it just happens. It just happens. Sometimes I will say, like, for an example, sassafras red. I'll say, if you don't mind sharing your name, we could call you by your first name unless you're uncomfortable with that. And that tends to do it sometimes, you know. Someone will guess they're a woman, they're a guy. I don't care what you are. I'm just happy you're here. And thank you for all the help, honestly, everyone. Let's see. Haha, Melody. Sorry, the girl comment autocorrect. People think I'm a man. Sorry for being a dummy man. Sorry, the girl comment is autocorrect. So which, oh, for that? Wait, Ultimate Acres. Okay, so what are you, a girl or a guy? Let's do this, folks. And Sassafras Red, you are a man, correct? Sassafras Red thought this was wife of Jason Avers, says Indiana Backyard Gardener. I was thinking Mary was Jason Avers' wife. So I don't know. This is interesting. I hope you're doing well, Paul. Haha, that's Mary. That made me actually laugh out loud. So Mary is Jason Avers' wife. Am I accurate on that? Love her too. She's so good. Getting laughy faces. Oh yeah, she has her own handle, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at the stranger. Hello, Michael Sherman, gardening, woodworking, and more. Hello, welcome in. Hey, Melody, I made it to a live. Woohoo, we're super happy to have you here. We're doing a little canning, talking, a little, if you didn't see, you could go back. I got infested with the Mexican bean beetle. So, you know, what are you going to do? It's not that big of a channel, not a lot of content. I always space taking videos of my gardens. Yeah, I was watching a couple recent ones. Laura, hello, Laura. How are you? Saying, hey, folks, welcome in. Happy Sunday. So, yeah, so if anyone is confused about this bug I was infested with, the videos are on there. The emergency live, everybody was so helpful. It wasn't so much about the beans, even though there was a lot of beans I planted. It's about the work you put into it, you know, to get 7 jars that apparently lost some of its liquid. So yes, 7 quart jars is better than no jars, is the way that I look at that. So yeah, if anyone's not familiar, go back and watch the emergency live and then the video after the fact. Which that video after the fact, if Paul or one of the moderators would have posted, the emergency live is like 1 point something K already. And I was like looking freaking atrocious, you know. And then share the link to the next day where I am calm and I sit near a bean plant and explain some things that I was seeing and whatnot. Mel, you have chickens? Yes, I do. I have 6 hens. I have 3 Wyandottes and 3 New Hampshire Reds who absolutely enjoyed that grapevine beetle the other day. Hanging out of its mouth. I was gagging, but it was funny. But I wish that I had enough smarts. You know, I'm off kilter, my friends, to hit the record button and record that action for Monday's Feel Good Monday with the girls. No, I didn't even think to do it because I just thought the bug was disgusting, and she was running around and they were chasing each other and it was funny. So I think all of them got a piece of that beetle. But welcome in, Michael Sherman, gardening, woodworking, and more. Happy to see you here. Still have COVID brain. Oh no, Michael, I hope that you're okay. Sorry to hear that. I'm just going to say red. Mel, yes, sheet composting works. You should check out Edible Acres on YouTube. They do chicken composting. Yeah, but mine are so young, it's probably, if I could build up enough to go across my beds for the fall, is what I would prefer to do. I'm doing the shavings. What is it? The one that's good for them. Not like a hay or anything, and then just their poop. I figured I'll cover my beds, but they ain't pooping enough for all that. It's called composting in place, smell when you bury the scraps. Yes. My question is, could that cause damage? Just doing that straight in the beds. Oh, let me see. Mel, now I will have to make a video just for you on our chicken yard and composting area. Yes, I'm excited to see that. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, Michael. It's been a hot minute since I saw you. See, I saw somebody do that. So Sassafras Red says, when I lived in Arkansas, I dug trenches and put scraps into it, compost in place. That's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do it in the beds, you know. I don't have my thing buried anywhere yet, so. Sup, Belt Loop. Hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Yeah, lots of prayers that he gets well. But welcome in, Gary. When did you can them, Mel? Sorry, I missed it. I didn't record it. It's my only second time, Laura, canning them. I did the carrot one. But I'm losing some liquid, even though I go to a 1-inch headspace and I push them down. So I'm trying to learn, since it's my only second time canning, is why I'm losing. So people were making some suggestions. I'm not taking them out when they're piping hot, even after it decompresses. I usually let them sit in the canner for 2 hours. Maybe that's the problem. But the carrot one's on there, Laura. Welcome in. Mel, come fall if you have access to all the leaf bags. Not doing that again, because I was getting them from Karen in the back, and I saw her husband spraying pesticide, and now I will not touch a leaf from over there. I did that last year. Okay, I'm trying. What's the big rush? It's 56 minutes I've been on, and apparently I'm 15 minutes behind. You should have saw me doing that to Indiana Backyard Gardener, but she was behind. See, I told you what he does to me, Adrian. I noticed the liquid loss as I'm taking them out of the pressure canner, and I cold. Says Posmaquati. Belt Loop's very funny. Dang phone. Cold pack and hot pack does the same thing. Well, I did cold pack. Beans were cold. The jar came out of the oven. So I don't know. Quarts are 30 minutes. Well, if I would have, they were in there for 30 minutes, I'll tell you that right now, because my timer stopped and I had to restart my timer over, and then I left them in there to cool. That's what I tend to do, just leave them in the pressure canner to cool. Cindy said I didn't even ask this time. Okay, let's see. I'm going to can my cabbage and maybe pickles tonight or in the morning. Yes, Laura. That'd be awesome. You were about to, though, right? Right, Cindy? Belt Loop, are you saying hello to everyone? I hope. Do not hurt Miss Cindy Brown's feelings. I'm doing fine so far. Still a bit left on the shift. Thanks for asking. Poor Otis. Otis is just going nuts these days with Lula, Bell, and he. Oh boy. I'm scrolling. Yeah, all of her eyesight goes eventually. As time goes on. Okay. Seed addiction. I call that land deficit. Hello, Miss Andale. Where have you been, Miss Andale? I've been a wreck this week, and I didn't see you in sight anywhere, girl. So I just want to get to the bottom here of the comments so I can go on discussing some other things. Yeah, that's what this Sunday's Feel Good Friday on Indiana Backyard Gardener was like, seed addiction. Let me see. Mel, I would chop, spray, let it dry for a day, then spray, let it dry, and then plant. So I could chop it up, spray the whole bed. Like, do I have to soak it, and then let it go for a day, and then hit it one more time, and then I could plant right in it? Huh. You are like Jason Evers' right-hand man, right? Ultimate Acres is saying that she is a woman. She says, I am a woman, but I do what most men do. My toys are my tools. That's funny. Happy to have you in here, Miss Andell. Let's see. I'm not very chatty right now watching on TV. Not a problem. Awesome. Good for you, canning woman. Yeah, Miss Ando, I'm having a slight little problem. So, pickle packed, the green beans down, and I let mine sit in the canner for like 2 hours. An hour to decompress and an hour because I'm usually busy. And it's siphoning. I'm losing liquid, which then puts my food above the liquid. Don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I didn't record this one. Sorry, folks. Let's see. Mel's Emergency Live. Thank you, Cindy Brown. You can lose your liquid sometimes, Mel. It happens, but as long as they seal, they're good. Well, they sealed, so I'm proud of myself. I'm still not quitting. It's my second time I canned. I just want to get the water absolutely correct. The day after. Thank you again, Miss Cindy Brown. I appreciate that. Let me see. So, great to see you, Mel. It's great to see you too, Gary. Thank you for coming. I'm so appreciate it. Teresa Shans, hello. Just talking about canning and trying to figure out why my liquid is going down. If you missed it, losing all my beans to that bug. Finally got some neem oil. And yeah. And Passamaquoddy sent me 2 gorgeous crocheted pot holders for my new journey. So as I say that, leaving them sitting in the canner doesn't hurt them at all, Mel. You can leave them sitting overnight and it don't hurt them. Okay, so am I not packing them enough in there? Why would it lose water? Am I going too long of a time? Because I've been screwing up with my timer. And I looked at it, it said 25 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So if Miss Pam is saying it's like 30 for quarts, it told me 25. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I had to add time to the clock. Let's see, I'm just trying to scroll to the bottom so we can talk about a few other things. I've been canning, doing the dang thing for 3 days now. Oh, but that's good though, Passamaquoddy. You will be so happy that you did. Don't worry about it, Gary. You're fine. Okay, Miss Andel says it happens to me too. It's okay. If it's sealed well, it's really good. Okay, thank you. Yep, if it's sealed, you're good, Mel. Okay, thank you everyone for that. I greatly appreciate it. Just want to get down. Here we are, down at the bottom. Because sometimes they can work over. They can work over, Mel. It won't hurt them as long as they are sealed. Well, as you can see, they're sealed. But these are the beans I got out of that whole hot mess. Okay, so I did my shout out. Passamaquoddy. Post the link. Go over. Check her out. She sent me gorgeous pod holders for my new adventure with pressure canning. Everybody said I sounded very confident, very good on my first pressure canning adventure with carrots that are still sitting over there because I have to label them. And they also lost liquid. So let me see. So yes, Passamaquoddy, please go over. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Those beans do look so good. Thank you, Ultimate Acres. I'm looking for, dust the spunk off of what had happened with this infestation. Thank you, Miss Andel, with this infestation and planted beans in a different spot. And I'm just going to have to keep my eye on them because I really want, and I said this to Pam, 30 green beans on the shelf. But I need me, listen, I have to this year be able to do the potatoes and the green beans. I need that in my life. I'm Irish. Hello, I love potatoes. I just ordered another 30 pounds of assorted meats. $128.97, less than $5 a pound. I thank you, but I don't do videos, dear. That's right. I forgot. But that's a good price, though. But, well, that's all right. Because you know what? When people don't do videos, I still go over and subscribe. And they have no video there. So, great big shout out to Passamaquoddy for the pot holders that you will see in a shout out video this week. Now, I want to move on to The beans do look great, Mel. Thank you, Voon. And you know why? Even with the missing water, like with Pam, I made a joke. She was talking about like botulism. You can't see it, you can't smell it. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll crack open the jar of carrots. We'll try it out on Jimmy for the first 24, 48 hours and see how he does. Pam was dying laughing. Boone was laughing. So, yeah. Okay, I want to move on to something else. Miss Andale, this is specifically me talking to you. You touched my heart last week, let me tell you, in my live, that I absolutely almost thought I wasn't hearing it correctly. And then I'll be a son of a gun. So I am going to do a separate shout out, but you shouldn't have. But wait till you hear the shout out. I said I will never decline. Trust me. But listen, I don't want to say it like a stranger treats you better than maybe someone in your family, but sometimes that happens like that. And with my new pressure canning, adventure, I'm going to say, and trying to get over my fear, so far so good. I just need to get better. I guess it'll get better in time, and hopefully I don't kill anyone. So, over on Miss Andale's channel, I missed this week, I won the silicone canning rack. Look at this, my friends. So if your rack maybe isn't any good, this opens up if it fits in the bottom of a canner. So, great big shout out. I forget what question. I think I had to pay attention and about a channel she was talking about, and I put it in, and bam, that's what I won. And then this sweet thing, oh my gosh, she's so sweet, sends me a beautiful little note that says, "Dear Mel, congratulations. I am so excited for you to begin your canning skills. I'm so blessed that we are friends. Hug, Ann, Andale Homestead." And I got a bigger sticker of the Land of Plenty. I love it. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. But be still my heart. I kid you not, because I was a little afraid, like, I'm going to start this pressure can. I have to do everything has to be pressure can this year, my friends. Everything. So the little bit of fear that I have, like lids and things, jars, whatever. And I wasn't really sure if I heard her correctly. And then when this came with the beautiful sticker and lovely card, oh my goodness, be still my heart. She got me a box of regular mouth lids from Ball. And then she got me the wide mouths. Hello, I love them. And I even said that in the shout out, like, I will never turn away any lids. Because if you go back in my videos, an elderly lady gave me a lot of her older jars, so I don't have enough lids. And I definitely don't have enough small mouth, like regular or large mouth. So what a blessing, let me tell you. It bestilled my heart. It really did. And you need to know from the bottom of my heart and soul how grateful I am for this. Thank you, Miss Andale. I absolutely love you. Shout out video will be out this week on this. Now I got a bone to pick. Okay. Let me see. I just ordered. Okay. Let me see. Very cool. On any bed, you have beans in the solution won't hurt. Okay. Holy crap. Paul, you keep picking on me. Do I need to bend over? Do you need like a pickle packer? Because you better zip it, mister. He's picking on me. Holy crap, it's Cindy Brown. She's gone to the bottom. Hearts from Miss Andale. I bet you could teach people a lot. She could. Suzanne, big time. You named the channel. Used to her hot mess. That's awesome, Andale. Yay, I'm so happy for you, she says. I know. I'm smitten. Super cool, Melody. Thank you, Boone. Mel, I was terrified when I started canning. I got so scared that after I turned my stove on with my canner on, I walked out of the back door because I was so scared the lid was going to blow. Well, that I did experience just recently. Well, with the beans, because Jay greased it and Jay put it on after we realized where the arrows were. And I think I went to Jimmy like, don't you want to go check the lid to make... And because Jimmy didn't, even though Jay was confident enough to know that that was locked, I got nervous and I was like, oh crap. That's why, like, I walked away, I had to reset my timer. So I did think it was going to blow off. I'm serious. I was so scared. Me too. I felt that if you bend over and I've got the perfect spot for your pickle banger. Oh, Paul, I love you, my friend. I love you. You need to get Discord or something so we can just DM during the lives. I was nervous too, but I just love it now, says Boone. Okay. Now, let me move on to someone else, okay? I have something I have to say. I have a bone to pick with my moderator, Miss Boonchild. Okay, so I'll wait. Let me know when you're ready. So, Miss Boone and I haven't really talked a lot lately, and we got on the phone. We talked about everything under the sun, and she was really helping me with the whole situation and telling me, you know, you're a veteran gardener. This is going to be so good for everyone. You know, bring us along for each and every step to the Mexican bean beetle. And I'm like telling her things that are going on here because, you know, it's like that. And I said, I think I should do something. My anxiety's getting to be a mess. Well, she's a sneaky little one. I think in the shout out video, I said, oh, Voon, you think you're Slick Rick, do you? It is funny. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. Miss Andels comes, and then another package comes from Miss Boonchild. Like, I just talked to her, and it was like here the next day. To this gorgeous, if you don't know, when you have anxiety and you write, it's really, really good for you. And I had like a hardback, and I wasn't interested in it. And we were discussing that about journaling again. I said, I probably really should start journaling and get all this in a book. Bam, look at how beautiful this book is. She sent me every one. It says, Castelli Milano, designed and made in Italy. Absolutely gorgeous. The straps, look at these pages. And I'm going to kill her because she must have done that while we were on the phone, because this thing showed up in beautiful, like, gold paper that's now squished to the bottom. I kid you not. So she thinks she's slick. I kid you not. Kid you not. I literally had to laugh for a second. I was like, guarantee you, she ordered this while we were on the phone talking for a really good long time. I want to get back into journaling. I think that would be good. Also, gardening, journaling. But this is journaling for me. You know, I need to take some time out and get back into journaling. And Boone, you Slick Rick, I love you, but you did that while we were on the phone, didn't you? Didn't you? Tell the truth. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can remember how many times. Okay, let me see. I want to get few. I thought I was going to get it when she said her moderator. Boom puts a laugh out loud. Cindy said, me too. They thought I was coming for the moderators. Coming from the city, I'm scared of botulism. Oh, yeah, that's a scary thought. Boone, I did the same thing. I still read, and repeat. So let me see. That is lovely, says Miss Andel. I agree. At Boone, look how it's still sealed. Oh, my goodness. Like, I can't even. Join me in the dirt. Pam says, great idea. How beautiful. Sorry about that quick blur. So literally, Miss Andel and Boone's came, but you'll see. So if you hear me calling Boone Slick Rick, I said, oh, Boone, you think you're Slick Rick, don't you? You know, being on the phone. And we were talking, and I just said, I think for my mental stability, I should get back into journaling. But I had this hardback one, and it was falling apart, didn't like it or whatever, and I went to TJ Maxx a few times looking for like a really good journal. And then she did ask me a question, are you talking about the one with the string? And I'm like, no, the one that goes around it. You know, I thought this would be a good start. And she orders it and sends it to my house. I told you, you need a happy time out. She did. Boone said, Melody, you need to give yourself a happy time out. Bam. I mean, honestly, I have to say this. Anyone that sends me anything, I absolutely am so grateful. So grateful. Like, this is going to save, I have to get a lot more, but this is going to save a lot of food in my freezers. Yes, I'm missing some headspace of liquid, but I'm not going to give up. Honestly, y'all. And I said to Boone, like, I felt like I disrespected her by not pulling that Presto canner out like a year sooner. And she's like, oh, don't be ridiculous. It's a gift. But honestly, she told me I needed a timeout, and she sent me this lovely, gorgeous book. It's a rolled notebook. I never even opened, took the paper off. I just want to show you how gorgeous the pages are. And I just think Boone thinks she's slick Rick. And she was like, probably listening, yeah, click, click, sent. It's probably what she did. Those are such lovely gifts. I agree, Ultimate Acres really did their dang thing with these gifts. Very awesome and useful, yes. I will neither confirm or deny, Melody, says Boone. I laughed when this came in because I was like, she kills me. She kills me. You know, like I said to Pam, did I hear Miss Andale say something about lids? Like, it almost makes me want to cry. The reason why I'm laughing right now is because Boone, she told me I needed a happy time out. And when Boone child speaks, we listen. And now I can go back to journaling. So it's a good start, and I love it. Thank you so much. But you're not, I'm not saying nothing else to you on the phone, girl, because you just think you're slick. But Boone's kind of like the sister I wish I had, because I don't have any sisters. But oh my goodness, you and Miss Andale, from the kindness of your heart, you have no idea how much food of mine you are saving right now. Honestly, everyone, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Boone Child wants to grow her channel organically. Doesn't really appreciate that I shout her out. Please go over, even if you watch this back, thank you so much, and go subscribe and watch videos over at Boone Child. Moderators will post it. And I'm going to keep doing it because I know it annoys her. She wants to grow organically, and that's fantastic. But she's a very, very dear friend of mine, just like Pam is. And I shout them out on a regular. Miss Andale, who got monetized and needs watched hours. She does a lot for the community. She's very supportive when it comes to this scary journey that I'm on about pressure canning. But guess what? I refuse to let some bugs, well, okay, let me retract that. I refuse to let a couple thousand bugs stop me from gardening. And I refuse to live in fear and not have a better way to preserve my food. I don't have a food saver, you know, or those, what are they called? Those air packs you can stick into things to keep them fresh. Yeah, I don't have that. This absolutely means the world to me. Pam sends me out all kinds of things. I mean, I really, really am blessed and extremely thankful. I don't want anyone to think that I'm never thankful. Indiana Backyard Gardener, her package was missing. Her mint came here, it was deader than a doorknob, and she sent me Hubbard squash, which now is too late to do, which is okay. It's like a trap crop to keep the squash bugs off your other things. And I have meat squash growing out there this year that they can't get into that either. And something else, but I just don't have it sitting in front of my face. You lovely ladies, thank you, honestly. But it made me cry, literally. Who did I say to? Maybe Pam. No shame in my game. I said, you know, even like my daughter doesn't even send me a birthday card, and yet strangers treat me better than my own daughter does. But I still love her because, you know, I gave birth to her. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for anyone that sends me anything. Pam, Adrian, Voon. Voon needs to pickle packer. She needs it because she just, I know she did that when we were talking. Voon, I absolutely love it. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and thank you, everyone. Really, like, you know, between getting to vent to Pam, I got to vent to Boone, and Boone uplifted me, you know, with some really kind words of, You know, like, you don't need to be a Roots and Refuge with a gazillion subscribers to bring us gardeners along the way. And when I saw a new gardener say, like, thank you, thank you, thank you, you just saved me, I'm beyond words. I really am. So, on that note, she says, true, and I smell everything and check out the color. Okay, then that's a beautiful thought and gift. Yep, I agree. Amen. You can't give up. I'm not going to give up ever. I have tons of notebooks that I use as journals for everything. I write everything. That's what I want to do. I want to start gardening journaling too. So, can I move on to something else, or my moderator's going to yell at me because, you know, I'll be behind on comments. But I'm not kidding, ladies. Pam, Adrian, Boone, anyone that says me anything, my cup runneth over. Honestly, I mean, y'all could make me cry, but I'm not going to do it. I cried enough over some beans. I want to show y'all something that I got. Well, you won't be interested in seeing that. Maybe you will. I don't know. I know Gary made a comment about, oh, they're just beans. Don't worry about it. I know he didn't mean anything by it. I love Gary to pieces. But when you're planting over 1,000 beans and the amount of work you put into it, it's hard. But what are you going to do? But that's food that just got taken out of, like, people's mouths. Anyway, so Chris and I went out. Do you remember that tiger lily that I was talking about? Chris bought it for me. Facts, Jack. Yes, he did. And we went to the seed department because, you know, dire times. I used so many of the beans that I had, and I sent Adrian out some kahuna beans. So let me show you some seeds, may I? I had two that got a little damp, so Chris thinks maybe his cup dripped in there. I grabbed an extra pack of the, I like Fairy Moors. My lemon basil, it's looking like that because it got a little wet. So, okay. I went for more big kahuna beans because I gave Adrian, I think, the last of them. I got some Lindrith stringless green pod beans to replace what's going on here. Actually, I got 2 packs of those. Some Bush Lake beans. They're 274 bean. Grab those. Actually, I got 2 packs of the big kahunas. Okay. And these Blue Lake bush beans. Because in case you watch this back and you're kind of clueless, I lost all my beans to a terrible bug. I also picked up Kentucky Wonder rust resistant bean. I don't know, they didn't have a lot, so I just grabbed some beans. And then I needed some more of these tall top early wonders, so I grabbed 2 packs of those. And I think that is my bean I planted in that bed, that it's a Scarlet Runner bean with the red flower on it. They only had 1 pack. They may have had more, but I didn't want to hold him up in Home Depot. So there they are, absolutely gorgeous. Some Scarlet Runner beans. I'm excited. And because of the bug pressure here, so far, I feel like the dwarf nasturtiums aren't my cup of tea. They don't really get that big, and they're not obviously stopping bugs. And plus, it's a full edible plant, in case you didn't know that. So I really like this Empress of India nasturtium. I did see one on Haas Tools that's like a red. Oh, I may have to find them. So I grabbed another pack of these. So thank you to Chris for the seeds. The Tiger Lily plant. Some shorts. Actually, no, they didn't have shorts. My bad. I got 2 pairs of workout shorts and 2 like of the tank tops that can go over it because I can't find my clothes still, my friends. Just some other things, you know. And then when I was in Home Depot, I keep seeing this jar. The jug's a little bit smaller, but I wanted to Scrub Daddy. Found it there cheaper at Home Depot than it was on Amazon. And then I got the pink stuff. Super excited. Chris is like, what's that for? I said, it's the Miracle Cleaning Paste for everything. You could do it in your oven. You could do it on your stove. So in case no one's ever heard of it before, it's the Pink Stuff Miracle Cleaner Paste. It's tough on saucepans, cooker tops, sinks, UPVC, barbecues, ceramic tiles, glass, showers, garden furniture, paintwork, boats, brass, rust. The list is endless. And there it is. So great big shout out to Chris. I'm not kidding. And I also got this, which I said to Jimmy, don't go into my island drawer because it doesn't hook on. But I want to make my cucumbers really thin, and I have that big mandolin that I got cut on. But they had the mini one, so you could do your radishes and your cucumbers. So I did get that, and that is by Joie, the mini mandolin slicer. But they didn't have a meat thermometer there. So I need a really good meat thermometer, less the cord preferably, because my roommate has the cord and it just doesn't work right. But we really had a lovely day. We hung out here for a bit this morning. We were talking about going in the Chamonix State Park, maybe next time, go swimming or something. We just decided to go to like the river. We went to Home Depot. I bought a real big bag of peat moss because this came in for the chickens. Fresh coop, keep feathers in top condition, dust bath. So that's how much I used. I dumped some of the sand because I think my roommate went a little crazy on the sand. And I dumped like half out of this like basin thing. And I added some of this in for them. And yeah, I think they'll like it. So that's for the chickens. That's from my roommate. And in case you didn't see this last week, got them a hanging ball. So, which I forgot. I want to put like maybe an iceberg lettuce in here, or they're going to be spoiled. They're going to be spoiled. They'll have plenty of, fresh vegetables and stuff like that. So we went to the river. We went to TJ Maxx. We went to Home Depot. We just had a good time. I had to go there anyway. I had a little note of some things I had to get. Okay. I wanted to get organized with my life. I still have to get this done, my friends. So this beautiful 2022, it's like August 2022 to 2023 weekly and monthly planner. So in the inside has like a really lovely saying. It was $10, but it is what it is. In a world where you can be anything, be kind, it says. It's got different spots where you can write things down. Be truthful, gentle, and fearless. If it isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. Fell in love with this book, my friends. So at least I'll get a whole other year out of it. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. And let me see, I'll read you one more. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. So $9.99 at TJ Maxx, so I can get my life organized. Is that not crazy? So yeah, great day today, honestly. I told him I had to run there to get a few things, but again, just thank you, Chris. Jake always gets me all kinds of good stuff. So I'm always thanking Jay on here, but thank you to Chris. Thank you, Boone Child. I'm really excited to get back into journaling. I actually want to get a wider one where the books, I don't know, I'll explain. So that journey, yay. I got this for myself because at the time when I got this, I didn't know. It says, may every flower bloom in its time. I did just tell you I want to garden journal, and this is totally different. Boone's is gorgeous. Like, Boone's book is gorgeous for journaling, for everything that goes on up in this brain. So this was $6.99. It's an artist series book, and I got this for garden journaling. It's just, the pages are like that. They have some pockets and things like that. I want to document things that are going on this year. you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I snagged that while I was at TJ Maxx as well. So there you go. Oh, and a mug. You know, you know. I have a thing for sayings on mugs. I love coffee mugs, tea mugs. It's not the journey, but who you travel with. Is that not the cutest? So yeah. Thank you, everyone. Really, honestly. So do I think this is enough beans? I'm not really sure, but I think that's all the beans that I saw because I'm trying to move quickly so I can get another concession of beans in. And my cucumbers, I think I have 2 or 3 and a baby that's starting. And I like to make cucumber salad. I don't want to pull out the big one. So I was like, this is too cutesy. I said to my roommate, don't stick your hand in there because I don't want to hear you got cut. So this was super cute. And if anybody wants to know who it's by Joie, the mini mandolin. Right there. So you can do radishes really super thin. There it is. I should have showed it that way. Cucumber really thin. I like my cucumbers really thin when I'm going to make cucumber salad. And I like my radishes thin. And that's why I got this. But no meat thermometer. And I need a good meat thermometer. So again, thank you, everyone. Honestly, bottom of my heart. Just thank you. Let's see. Never give up. Try and try again. That's right, Laura. I mean, food just really knocked me right off my, you know, journaling keeps me sane and my mind organized. See, that's what I got to get back into. Voon chop. Oh, Voonie. Voon, did you ever figure out whose stuff is auto shipping to you? I'm half sleeping through this, just super tired from this virus. Oh my goodness, Michael Sherman, gardening, woodworking, and more. We will all pray for you. Anyone that watches this back, please pray for my friend. When I first lost my place, true story, we didn't know each other. This is what I mean about the kindness from strangers. He said, I don't know what it is about you, but I want to help. And he sent me out something. It has you could put clear gas or whatever in there. And it was a way for me to be able to cook if I was going to be staying in a tent. True story. So lots and lots of prayers to God above, that you get well very quickly. He's a very kind man. Check out his channel. But just lots of prayers now. And if you watch this after the fact. The true story, though, Boone remembers that he sent me so I had a way to put my little camping set on there and be able to eat some noodles. So people just cease to amaze me. No, Mama, but whoever the things belong to. Oh, okay. I would just want to read this out loud. Paul says, Boone, never think I could do with a journal, though. I got a lot of notepads around my place and always forget why I wrote what I wrote. Keeps you a little bit more organized. I have the subs, but not the hours to the monetize yet. Okay, yeah, let me go back to that in case I screwed that up. Miss Andale, which I thought I said this correctly, is needing lots of watch hours. She has the subs, but she doesn't have enough watch hours. So if you can help lovely Miss Andales, who has that garden, the land of plenty, please, 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 go play a playlist, go do something, and let's get her there. She's kind to everyone. And I mean, look at this, really. She's such a beautiful person. Same with Voon. I don't know how many subscribers Voon has. She keeps it a secret. She wants to grow organically, but she's been with me from day one here on YouTube. We talk on the phone. Go check her out. Subscribe. I don't know if she needs watch hours. I don't even know if she would tell me. But go subscribe to Boone Child. Indiana Backyard Gardener. Took the winter off. She's monetized, but she really needs watched hours as well. And my girl Pam, which I will probably say the name wrong again because I'm thinking of Hands in the Dirt now. Moderators know her channel. Please go over and support my friend Pam, and let's get her more subscribers. And thank you to the ones that have already been subscribing, to the people I have suggested or if you're watching their playlist, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Bavoon, that like blew my mind. Miss Andell, that blew my mind too, honestly. May God keep you in good health, and may the sickness be a detox and is expelled very soon. Get well. Ultimate Acres, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Sending prayers. Yep, we all love you. We hope you get better really fast, and that's very possible. What Ultimate Acres said, may God keep you in good health, and may the sickness be a detox and is expelled very soon. Hashtag get well soon. So, hope you feel better. Go get some rest, my friend. Paul Honeyman, he says, laugh out loud, Voon. Bend over. Melody has a surprise for you. I would never. Did you not know that Voon, let me see if I get it straight, is ex-Navy? She could probably kick your butt, Paul. I love Voon. My daughter had the new bug. She used the wet sock therapy and it helped her immensely. What is the wet sock therapy? Sassafras Red? Like with onions in the socks or no? Do share. Heart from Indiana. Backyard Gardener. 100%. Thank you. It's awesome to see you happy. Ultimate Acres. I know, because, I'm as real as they get over here. And it's like, I don't know. And I did tell Jarrett yesterday, I was like, he's like, Mom, what's the matter? And I was like, oh, I told you and your girlfriend to come over and pick beans, and I got infested, and I felt like it's all my fault, and now you can't pick beans till more grows. And he's like, it's okay. I said, it's the first time getting neem oil. I think it was more so, honestly, the lack of knowledge on this thing, and people need food. And if I can do it, like my Jarrett loves basil. Loves basil. So I was out there, let me not mess up the phone, pruning my basil. Think I got enough basil going on in here. I got Genovese and I got sweet basil, which I love. And I'm going to have to ask Jarrett, like ASAP. Well, I did talk to him. Shoot, I forgot. I'm going to dehydrate basil for Jarrett. I'm getting buku amounts of basil here. And I'm so happy the lemon basil popped up. So happy. But, yeah, lots of basil going on. Jay just bought himself a basil plant today, which I don't know why, because I have a ton of it. So, yeah, makes me happy knowing I can at least give my child his favorite. He's like his mama. We're cut from the same cloth, and he wants lots of basil. So I was pruning, and I thought, I was cleaning up a bed, and I thought, let me start pruning some basil over here. So I guess I'm going to have to pull out my dehydrator, because I've had some air drying. I'm going to pull out the dehydrator, start dehydrating basil. I think I want to get Jarrett, I don't know if they have a spice rack set. They have a new place. But a bigger jar, maybe I'll just buy it from TJ Maxx or something, a bigger jar, and I'll see who has a labeler, and I'll write Mama's homegrown basil and dehydrate it all and fill the whole jar up for them. So I think it was the kids, really, to be honest, and people need to eat. Yes, it's so much work. It's definitely not easy. That is true. You always dust yourself off and keep on going. I know, Pam. I know. I mean, Pam got me. I was like, hoarse. I was like, ugh. Then I lost the video, not intentionally. And then my roommate's like, let me see your phone. And I was like, I don't have a recyclable bin. It says trash. And he was in the trash. And the next thing you know, there was no 4-hour video any longer. And that made me suddenly that's it. I just can't take it. My anxiety was crawling out, and I looked a hot mess. And that's when I did the emergency live to explain what was going on. And sorry, everybody, for that. But I panicked, severely panicked. And, some things are going to work out and some things are not going to work out on every gardening season. Not everything's going to be perfect. Like Jimmy didn't understand that. He goes, why are you growing peppers? And I said, just because maybe one year the peppers are great the following year, the peppers might not be so great. You know, you just have to keep going. You can't quit, even by seeing my circumstances. Um, Warm, damp cotton socks on first, and dry wool socks over that. Wrap up in blankets and sleep. Oh, I wonder if I have wool socks in my bug out bag. Huh, that's a good idea, Sassafras Red. I'll be back in a few. Okay, Gary. Oh, birds, getting cold as heck. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying it's getting cold. Miss Mama Judith was saying she was cold there, and she's down south. I mean, it's getting cooler here, but I'm not going to complain because we've been in like 90-some degree weather, not including the humidity, and it was god awful. Dropping the links. Yep. Thank you to the moderators in here. Voon, Miss Andale, Cindy Brown, you know, Paul Honeyman. I think he likes my picklebacker. So yeah, thank you to all the moderators. What you gonna do, Mel? What you gonna do? You go out and get a flamethrower and you cook the little buggers. Yeah, that was also suggested. I forgot to say that, or did I say that? Set the bed on fire. But then you can't plan in it right away, and I just don't feel really good about that. So I think I'm gonna go with the neem oil spray. Let's see if I can remember this from Sassafras Red. Spray the bed, and then let it sit, and then retreat it a week later. So I think I won't be able to plant in it for 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm hoping to be able to plant in it as soon as possible. I'm now, I guess, because my attitude's different. I feel like a little vixen, like, screw you bugs. I'm planting something else in here then, you know? But I don't know, folks. I don't know. How exciting. Lilies are beautiful. Yeah, they may be close to that lily I was telling everyone about. It looked like a... And then somebody said, Mel, I think this is tiger lily. I made Jay take a picture of it. It's not exactly like that, but it's very close to it. And I have my other lily. My son Jared is 23, and I've had it for 22 years. So, in a pot. I'm spending my last $50 on seeds. I know, I need to get some seeds myself. Ain't that crazy? I was putting it out there, and then I missed the sale from Botanical Interests. It's supposed to draw the toxin out through the feet. It may also increase blood flow because the body is trying to maintain temp. Old hippie remedy. It worked for her. That's good. That's very good knowledge. Thank you for putting that out there. My peas didn't do well. Me neither, Passamaquoddy. I think I still have time to try planting more if I plant tomorrow. I decided not to do peas. Again, I feel like peas are not really that expensive. I did save a lot of peas from the pink blush peas. My other peas just didn't do good. So if anyone needs those pink blush peas, more than welcome. Write me an email, send you out some. My other thought was, do you realize you need between 300 to 500 seeds to even get like a decent bowl full of peas? So you have to do the math. I have my peas over the one side of the fence drying. I'm actually cold too. Everybody's saying they're cold. I planted the Kentucky Wonders before. Yeah, I planted the Kentucky pole beans before. They did really well. Rattlesnake pole beans did well. I just don't know what happened with all these beans I planted this year. I mean, every, like, let me think. The French string beans from M.I. Gardner, which is my favorite bean. Don't have any of them left. Planted all of them. Purple ones I planted. I planted a lot of, like, stringless green beans. I planted the Blue Lake bush. All the numbers of the Blue Lake bush. My friend Ragnarok, I planted his purple tongue beans. I was just so brokenhearted. So I did plant a couple of seeds that I thought might not be fully dry, but dry enough, out of just one of the pods from Ragnarok Prepper. And I'm just going to give it another whirl. In the bed where the seeds that Boone sent me, which is the October beans, is where I just planted seeds yesterday. But I want to show you this as well. because all's not a total washout, right? Gotta stay positive. Hold on. Gotta watch what I do here. Oh, my feet are killing me too. All right, hold on. Let me show you something else. Oh, where do you put them? Where do you put them? There they are. So, I didn't want to get distracted, but this is one of the bags we get from our produce area. This is filled with the October beans from Boone. I didn't want them to sit out, because I did kind of forget about them. Hopefully these are not too big, or these are the way these are supposed to look. But this is what they look like from Boone. And I put them in the fridge, and I will deal with these tomorrow. So, they're ice cold in the refrigerator, and that's right there, probably, rough estimate, I would say probably about maybe 3 pounds of beans. So thank you for that. I'm putting these back in the refrigerator, keeping them cold so I can get to them to snap them, and hopefully I can record that one and I don't lose any fluid when I do these beans. And Boone, do you pressure can these beans, and for how long? Okay. Now let me put these back. While I'm thinking of it, let me do this too. Hold on, my friends, hold on. We have a little bit more to go. Okay. So that is those beans. And so far so good. Got all the bugs off and stuff like that. So I just picked them all. I want to say it's like probably about 3 pounds of beans. I just never had them before, never grew them before. I have 6 open carts of seeds from 6 companies. Oh, that's awesome. The seeds, bring on the seeds. Yes, I sent you some scarlet runner beans. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. You had to, unless, if you didn't catch Feel Good Friday, she can write it in here. Indiana Backyard Gardener has a specific kale. Somebody was holding it, and 1 leaf of kale, like, I can't even. I said, like, holy kale. So she sends me some of that out. I'm getting that in immediately. That kale is enormous. She can write the name of it. We use ginger tea to deal with infections of all kinds. Good for blood flow and tummy too. Now, sassafras red. Do you use fresh ginger, or can you also use like the powdered ginger? Okay, let's see. On sale, and dry it. Okay. My beans are just coming up. My crops hopefully harvest this fall. Trying not to obsess over it. Yep. Oh my. Oh my. I guess you will be busy. Ah, she's all. Yeah, well, I have slipper socks on too. But if you can see, I am just in a like a pink sports bra, tank top, and some black shorts, and a pair of. Wait. Ready? It's a lot of leg. And a pair of black slides. You see my slipper socks? But I will say one thing. The temperature dropped. It's a little chilly willy. For sure. Mel, I wasn't going to mention about your jugs getting smaller, but you brought it up. Oh my goodness. Listen, my jugs didn't get smaller. I just have them all smushed in there with a sports bra. Okay? Okay. I used the Scrub Daddy for a few years now. Oh, Laura, do you love it? The Scrub Daddy is my favorite sponge. I know, folks, but can I really get my whole oven clean with this and my stove top? And so I was like tickled that I found that it's a little bit smaller, obviously. I think it's like $9.99 on Amazon for this. But this wasn't $9.99 in Home Depot at all. And the sponge was cheaper in Home Depot than on Amazon. Everyone, don't forget Amazon Prime coming up this week. That's right. My raised beds are doing well with the rain, the garlic, not so well. Oh, mandolins do not like me either. Well, my big one, trying to turn it. I don't even know if it needs to be sprayed or whatever. Told you that story. And my potato was going down, and I'm saying to my dogs, like, got to keep the guard on, but I can't get my potato to slice. But I'm going to go ever so careful, and poof, that fast I got cut. But that's not why I got this. I got this because I really do like my cucumbers really thin for my cucumber salad. When my cucumbers come in, there's a couple out there. I'm going to make cucumber salad for the channel. And yeah, we're going to use this, folks. And radishes. I have to pick some daytime radishes. I think they're huge, probably. Gotta go to sleep. See everyone. Michael, Sherman, gardening and woodworking and more. God bless. And I hope you come through this, my friend. Take care, Michael. Wood ash for a dust bath. Yeah, well, this has diatomaceous earth in it. And Jimmy had me burning a bunch of wood when it was like 98 degrees. But he put too much sand. He said somewhere it said sand. I don't know, it was Chicklandia. I'm not really sure. It's sand, wood ash, and diatomaceous earth. And then I saw something on this, I think it was, that actually says to use some peat moss. Add to a suitable size container or sprinkle over area where the bird's already scratched. Oh, they dug a big hole. Place container in a dry, cool area that is protected from harsh weather. It's the granulator, diatomaceous earth. But then where did I see that at? Let me see. There was a directions. Maybe it was online. I saw the directions. It said to add some peat moss to it. To remain healthy and happy, your birds need to bathe regularly. Fresh coop dust bath is composed of a natural blend of food-grade diatomaceous earth and calcium. Morlinonite, don't ask me about that word, clay. Dusting is part of your flock's daily preening, maintenance, and keeps feathers in top condition. Tell me right now, do my birds need to have sand or peat moss in there? I just bought a whole big thing of peat moss, too. Oh, hell no. Speedy recovery. Amen to that. To Michael working. And there it goes. Okay, I hope everyone keeps taking vitamin C, D, and zinc. Keep your immune system strong, says Posmaquati. Agreed. Chris is the man. You usually say Jay's the man. What's up with that? Okay. But do you put anything else in it? That's just Jay being like, oh, it's for somebody I got to hang out with Chris, and it's like, I'm like, oh, are you being a little jealous or something? He's just playing around. Let me see. Hi, Barb. How are you? Hey, Mel, she says. Very pretty, Melody. Thank you. Teresa Shands. Do you do any art, Mel? Honestly, I used to do paint by number. I used to draw, but I haven't done that in so many years. But you know what I really like? I like that hook, and you put the piece of yarn and you pull it through, and then you could make a pillow or put it in a frame. I know I'm silly, but I remember those things and I like them. I need things to keep my brain going. Hail and greetings, Melanie. Good to see you are well. I hope all in chat are also. Thank you, Ragnarok, for coming in. I did see your comments. I had to go out and try to get some more beans. We're going to give it another whirl. So, welcome in, welcome in. So videos this week. One will be an update on just what I've learned thus far. And sorry, I mean, I did pressure can the beans, but didn't bring you along for that. So 7 jars is what I got out of all those thousands of beans. But what are you going to do, right? I don't know. I don't know. But happy to have you here, Ragnarok. I did take 4 seeds out of a semi-dry pod of your bean, and I tried to replant again. So we'll see what happens. And my son really liked them. He said they were sweet. So, okay, this week on videos. Maybe something on the chickens tomorrow. I mean, that would have been the best video when they had that big grapevine beetle. Oh, I wish I would have recorded that. So something on, I usually post it on Monday, so I'll go out there tomorrow and let you see how big they're getting. My goodness. Shout out that has Boone and Miss Andel, and the other shout out has Posmaquati and Adrian in there. So that is that. And a video that I did for the Chinese lantern flies. So everybody's saying hello. Keep dropping those links, y'all. I'm subbing everybody, says Ultimate Acres. Oh. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Ultimate Acres. Binging on Miss Andell's Homestead's channel this week. Thank you for the people that I shouted out. And again, like I said, thank you, Miss Andell. I mean, I can't even tell you how important these are to me right now, considering, you know, I'm trying to do this whole canning thing. It's a blessing. The pot holders. Oh, Boone and her book. Let me show this book again so I can get back into journaling. Absolutely gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure she did it while we were on the phone talking. So she thinks she's slick Rick. You'll see that video. That's going away end of this month. You can't hide your sub count. Oh, really? That's awesome. Haha, Boone. You can't hide your sub count no more. Indiana Becker Garner says she's not monetized. I don't have the hours. Yeah, I said that. Go over and watch some playlists or some videos of Indiana Becker Gardner and Miss Andell. Laura's going to run Miss Andell as well. There's Pam's link. Join me in the dirt. Who needs more subscribers? Boone says, I heard of... Oh, God. Let me see. Belt Loop. I will try and help Indiana Backyard Gardener and Dell Homestead. Yes, they need watchtowers. And great channels. Very, very good channels. And Boone, if you're not already subscribed to her, please do. And my friend Pam, they've been posting the links. Maybe they'll drop her link again. Because I think I keep calling it Playing in the Dirt. I don't know. I keep screwing it up. But yeah, we got her some subscribers about a week ago. Let's keep going. If she can drop or somebody can tell me how many subscribers Pam's at right now, I would greatly appreciate that. Thanks for reading the post at Bagel Egg. Let's dig it. I really appreciate this community. Y'all saved me from homicide in the city. Y'all my favorite now. Y'all stuck with me. Aw, love you, Ultimate Acres. Absolutely. My goodness gracious. And hey, listen, I may hear it from some moderators. I'm 5 minutes behind, 15 minutes behind. But if you know me over here, you come in here, I will acknowledge every single person that comes into my life. I don't skip over. It's just not who I am. Okay, dropping links. Thank you. Moderators are just killing it tonight. I was collecting my sage seeds today. Hands smell like sage all day. Oh, I love that smell. Teresa Shan says, are you going to can pesto melt? I am, actually. I'm not using pine nuts. I really kind of stopped using pine nuts about 5 years ago. And they weren't astronomical then, but they were a little expensive. I like to use with walnuts. So yeah, stay tuned for that video. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to make some pesto this week. You can freeze pesto. You can't preserve pesto. Like you can't pressure can it. You can't water bath can it. But you could put it in Ziploc baggies, freeze it, or you can do it in the half pints or the pint-sized jars and stick them in your freezer and then pull it out to thaw. So yes, absolutely, Teresa Shands, that will be on my list. Did you see Roots and Refuge basil tea video? I did, Miss Cindy Brown. I did. That looked good. I was like, wait, are they going to put tea bags in that? No, they did not. And I have a couple different teas on this property. I think one of them is the Tulsi basil. So, and I'm telling you, lemon basil, if you have never grown it, it smells like Pledge furniture polish, but 10,000 times better. None of my herbs I planted did anything. Oh, no, really, Pusmaquoddy? I try to tune in the weather and get the sign to, yep. Ultimate Acres is off grid. Gary's a good guy too, y'all. We got Ragnarok Prepper in here. Okay, so let's do a shout out again. So Ragnarok Prepper, if you're not subscribed to him, he comes over here. Yeah, he comes in a little bit later before it's over, but shows support and very good guy. Please go over, subscribe to him if you're not already. The moderators can quick drop that link and show him lots of love and support from me. Like, I mean, I even said in my video, like, my son loved those beans and those darn bugs got to them. So good guy, good guy. Bad spirits from men and demons alike. Oh yeah, that's sage, all right. Thank you, Miss Cindy Brown, for posting Ragnarok Prepper's link. I put basil in my water in the summer with strawberries. Mmm. Yum, yum. I want to try it just in tea first. Like, I think I'm just going to go for the gusto and go for regular basil and put it in my tea. I think that's what Jess used to do. And now their friends are doing all these different types, but they're not putting any tea bag in it. If you didn't check out that video from Roots and Refuge where they made the tea, the moderators can drop the links. Yeah, sage is a cleanser. Yep. Yep. That's good. Cindy Brown says, I have cleansed every home I have lived in with sage. Maybe I should burn some and clean this house, boy. So true, Melody. Thank you, Boone. So true. I was ready to quit when my chicks died. I know that's so hard and so sad. I deeply apologize for you going through that. I'm raising the ones that lived, but I am going to be very cautious. Chickens are smart too. You will do wonderful. You will do great. Hold your head up high. It could have just been a fluke. You'll be a good chicken mama. Burn it till it, plant it. What else do you do? I use it for all the holidays. I grow so much of it, I don't buy any of it. Thanksgiving, Christmas, it goes in stuffing. It goes for your turkey. I decorate my platter with sage. I love sage. Let's see. Okay. Tell Mel, not a week. I would spray, then let it set a day, then turn the bed and spray again, then plant, but not beans, of course. Anyone who talks to her direct. Sassafras, crack me up. I see that. Oh my goodness gracious. Basil does well on most soil. Oregano likes drier soil. Yep. Too much water does herbs a lot of harm. That's so true. Maybe a migraine. I hope not. Okay, so let's see. Sassafras. I know. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't because mine's in the ground and it's so big, my sage. Whoops. Okay, let me see. Your screen getting a flash different colors with Mel. Nice amount of beans. Yeah, I hope that you like that. I mean, they should still produce out there. So far I've only blanched and froze beans. Really? I do want to can some this season. Well, are you familiar with that bean? I don't know. You're going to have to give me some information first time I ever grew those beans. Okay, there's the name of the kale I was talking about. It's humongous. It's called 1,000 Head Kale. She's going to send me some. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping it gets here faster than the last situation because I want to get that in my garden like now. So I have it for fall and winter. And I'm going to start my southern, no, it's, what did it say it was, Miss Andale? Like North Carolina, Georgia's southern collard greens. I want to try them this year too. That's exactly right. See, Miss Ann makes a great point. If I were to plant an entire pack of peas, it would only make about one pot. Yeah, you have to plant a lot of peas to get a lot of peas. And you have to do them really early, like March, you know? Hello, Blue. How are you? You might have to go back and watch, honey. Sorry if I'm late getting to any dehydrated ginger or fresh. Okay, thank you for that. I love having you near, Blue. There's your link getting dropped. Everybody saying I'm going to leave this up, but mute. Okay, I have to work. Okay, Gary, no problem. There she is. Oh my gosh, shut the back door. If I miss anyone else's comments, this is going to be why. There she is. Okay, so I explained about a newbie gardener who said I saved, and I was like, that's it. That just woke me right up. There she is. Everyone, welcome in Lori Cawley. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hey, Mel. Found little teeny worms on my peppers and green beans this morning. Had to spray. Look what I got. Got me some neem oil, but my bean plants, I didn't get to them in time. It was infested. But I just want to say a great big thank you. I was just talking about you. You may have to go back and rewatch, but your comments, because I was in a funk. I haven't posted all week, and I'm always here live on a Sunday night at 9. Next Sunday, I might do 8 out at the garden. But literally, you're the reason why I do what I do. And I spoke about her, and she's here, so welcome in, Lori. Wow. That just made my whole night. So now you all know who I was talking about earlier when I said about the lovely comments she was leaving me, how she wasn't in my live for when it was live and put the video on pause and ran out and had some. She also is the one that calls them mustard beans. Mustard. She lives in Texas and is a new gardener who put beds in, who's growing a lot of stuff. So congratulations. She's growing her own food, and I'm super excited that she's here. Can't wait for the cucumber salad. We will sure need it when inundated with cucumbers. Oh, I love my cucumber salad. I will most definitely, Pam, at Join Me in the Dirt. Make sure everybody's dropping her link too. Please go over and subscribe. If anybody else needs their link dropped, let us know. I dubbed the belt loop. Okay, good. Okay. Cat's claw also helps with viruses too. I have no clue what cat's claw is, but have I said thank you? Because if I didn't, thank you so much for your lovely comments about my beans and your situation and being a new gardener. You know, because I was in a funk for a couple days. It happens to the best of us. But guess what? I planted some beans somewhere else. But I'm really, really happy that I could help you out. And I'm very happy that you're here. Ultimate Acres. I use edible diatomaceous earth, 4 pounds or 10-pound bag at Walmart. I bake a leg and let's dig at home. Said it's very fine dust, but it comes with a duster container, which is fun to use. That sounds interesting. I don't have the duster container. I would like that. No, we don't use peat moss. Would be a waste in a chicken run. Sandy and ash would be fine. Okay, we laid sand in our run when we first got our hens. Well, in their mix, well, now it has this, of course. But there is sand and there's not enough wood ash. I know that for a fact. I'm going to have to get some wood ash off of Amazon. But other than that, I really wasn't sure if the hens needed any peat moss. But that's okay, because that big thing of peat moss, I'm going to do peat moss, vermiculite, and do my own seed starter mix this year. I'm not buying it. Big Leg Let's Dig It Homestead, I'm going to have Wide Family Farm starts at 11. Gotcha, girl. Passamaquoddy, again, thank you so much for the pot holders. That thank you video will be out this week. Second canning, pressure canning. And let's show this real quick. This is what grilling zucchini looks like. It's the first time I'm having this in my garden. I'm not really sure if anyone else is getting these. And this is what you can use the mandolin on too. They have like Parmesan encrusted, and you just grill them. So zucchini's starting to come in, and I ate 2 tiny toes eggplants with my pasta. But I will go back, and in case I missed anything else, let me see. Yep, I agree 100% too. Okay. You got this, Melody, hopefully. Okay, so with that being said, 11 minutes after, we go live here from 9 to 11. And then Wide Family Farm goes on. And then before me is usually Mr. Joe. Lots of prayers to Mr. Garden State Gardener, who has a foot injury and is now only going on from 7 to 8. So next week, I will post. But I'm giving you a heads up, anybody that watches this back. Next week, I may be on at 8 o'clock as soon as Garden State Gardener hops off. And we'll do a live from the garden. How does that sound? And what can you do? Pick yourself up and plant some more beans. Thank you, Sassafras Red, for the advice with the spraying. I will go back in. I will relook at that. And seriously, Boone, touched my heart. Miss Andale, my cup runneth over. Adrian, you already know, girl. I mean, you're all so kind. And so I got what beans I could at Home Depot, and I'm just gonna keep going. You're seeing 113 for Join Me in the Dirt. Okay, if we can try to get her to at least 150, that would be great. I would really appreciate it. Yep, I'm here listening while I clean the cat box, Blue says. Good night, Paul. I love you to pieces. I hope that you get better. I hope you feel better. Al, gotta hit the pay. Be safe. Sassafras Red, thank you so much for coming. Cindy Brown. I always feel like I want to say downtown Cindy Brown. So, Cindy, I love you. Ragnarok, thank you for coming. Laura, thank you. Everyone. Suzanne, Adrian, Pam. Sunflower kernels are good in pesto. Ugh, no. I don't like it. I tried it. Yes, you do acknowledge everybody that comes in, even when you're about to sign off for the night. You really put in the work. Gorgeousness, I appreciate you and your teaching. Oh my gosh. Ultimate Acres. On that note, I love you all. And I'm going to end on that, because if I don't get off, I'm going to end up crying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honest to goodness. I'll see you throughout the week. I'll keep bringing you along more information I find out. Like I said about the Mexican bean beetle, that video will be out on some new things that I learned. And I'm just grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Boone, I love you to pieces. You know that. Pam, moderators, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great job. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming in. Vandal the Land, guess who? Hey, all chat, I'm back. Well, now you're late. Now you're going to have to rewatch it, but come back. Well, I missed you, my friend. Oh my gosh, Ragnarok. Thank you, Melody. Appreciate you. Appreciate you more. Honestly. You guys, if it wasn't for y'all, I don't know. But we keep this all positive over here. Wow, that's crazy looking. All highlighted. Thank you, Vanderland, for coming in. I've missed you so much. Yes, Georgia Collar. It's okay. Oh my God. Sorry, Melanie. I forgot to say hi. It's all right, Vanderland. So yeah, so next Sunday, I'm going to go on after Garden State Gardener since he has a bum foot and Ultimate Acres. I'm so touched. And let me see. Sounds like homegrown awesomeness. Big like, let's sing it. I'll be there. Yes, until we meet next. Be well, says Ragnarok. So after Garden State Gardener, Out of the Garden Live next week. We'll go on for however long people want to stay on this time. So I usually go on 9 to 11. If you need to watch another live, you can go over to Wide Family Farm, who came on at 11. Boone, Cindy Brown, Miss Andale, and Paul Honeyman, best moderators ever. And honestly, I have the best subscribers. I've met the most amazing people. And what can I say? Thank you, everyone. That's what I could say. And everyone that watches it back, you blew my live out of the water last Sunday. It was up in the 400s. My goodness. Thank you so much. So on that note, I'm going to hold up one of my jars where it's lacking a little bit of liquid there, but that's okay. See you throughout the week. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. And next Sunday, live at the garden, 8 o'clock after Garden State Gardener. I love you all. Thank you for everything you send to me. My cup runneth over. Bye-bye, everyone.